Nicknamed Thunder, it should come as no surprise that Dan Larocco was, and remains, one of the fastest athletes to compete for Reading Memorial High School. Larocco's speed and strength allowed him to excel for 4 years as an unparalleled sprinter on the winter and spring track teams under Coach Paul Soule and Hall of Famer Hal Croft respectively, and for 2 years as an explosive running back on the football team. At the time of his graduation, Dan held 6 individual school track records and another 3 as a member of Reading's relay teams. He was named a Boston Globe All-Scholastic 5 times, including 2 such honors for winter track and 3 for spring. He finished with 10 varsity letters, 2 in football and 8 in track. Larocco opted not to play football in his junior year, but came back as a senior to establish himself as an outstanding running back. Dan's senior season started slowly due to injury, but over the last half of the season, he played brilliantly. His best game came in a 21-19 defeat against Wakefield, when he had 121 yards rushing on 11 carries and scored 3 touchdowns. He closed out his football career with 64 yards rushing in a 2014 victory over Stoneham on Thanksgiving Day and was named the game's most valuable player. Dan finished his senior season with 511 yards rushing, 169 yards receiving, and 5 touchdowns, earning him Middlesex League All-Star honors. Although Dan displayed talent on the football field, track was his forte. He was a dominant league and statewide force. By the time his days as a Rocket were over, he would rewrite the record books as the best sprinter the school, and perhaps the league, had ever seen. As a sophomore member of the winter track team, he went undefeated in the 45-yard dash, tying the school and Middlesex League record of 5.2 seconds. His crowning achievement was a championship in the 50-yard dash at the Class B state meet. Larocco's success continued to build. In his junior year in winter track, he again went undefeated in the 45-yard dash, the mile relay, and the 300-yard dash. He was Class C state champion in the 50, helping the Rockets to win a Class C state title. He finished his season by placing 4th in the 60-yard dash at the Eastern High School meet against the best runners in the Eastern United States. Dan was named one of the captains for his final season on the winter track team. For the 3rd straight year, he was undefeated in the 45-yard dash in dual meets, and for the 2nd year remained undefeated as a member of the mile relay team. At the Massachusetts State Coaches Meet, Larocco broke his own record in the 300 with a time of 32 seconds flat, which according to Track and Field magazine was the 3rd best time in the country that season. The time was also within 0.3 of a second of the meet record, and for the 2nd straight year, Dan led the Rockets to a Class C championship. In the spring, Dan mainly competed in the 1 and 200-yard dashes. In his sophomore year, he was undefeated in the 100 in dual meets. He also took first in the 100 at the Andover Invitational, the Mass State Coaches Invitational, the league meet, and the state Class B meet. Most impressive of all, Larocco won both the All-State and New England meet as a sophomore in the 100-yard dash. Dan was just the 2nd Reading High athlete to win a New England title. The first, Mark Fallon in 1973, a Reading High Hall of Famer. Dan's leg helped the 4x220 relay team set the state Class B relay and school record in a time of 1 minute 31.3 seconds. Although he was injured part of his junior year, once again, he was undefeated in the 100. He went on to win the state Class B championship with a time of 9.7 seconds, besting his former school record. He also ran the 440 for the first time and had the 2nd fastest time in school history, 49.2 seconds. Though Dan didn't compete in the All-State meet due to injury, he helped Reading's 4x100 relay team win the state relays in a time of 44.7 seconds, a school record and just 1/10 of a second off the state record. He concluded his high school track career by finishing undefeated in both the 100 and 200-yard dashes. As he had done the previous 2 years, Larocco broke the school record in the 100, lowering the mark to 9.6 seconds. He finished his career by taking home the state Class B and All-State championships in the 200. Greatness is measured by the test of time. 25 years after his graduation, Dan Larocco still holds the school record for the 45-yard dash, the 50-yard dash, the 100-meter dash, and the 300-yard dash. And according to Hal Croft, is the best pure sprinter the league has ever seen. Not to be overlooked, Dan was an honor roll student in high school and received a scholarship to Northeastern University, where he continued his track career. The Reading High Athletic Hall of Fame welcomes Dan Larocco.